What if water and lava switched places? If you ask Google, what happens if water and lava switch places? You only get answers from Minecraft. Take it back. Let's start with lakes. Lakes are where water runoff and groundwater flow into a low region of the geography, and it can't get out nearly as quick as it runs in. It can't run out that quick. In essence, it's trapped in there. The oldest and largest lake, Lake Baikal, is nearly a mile deep and can hold up to 23,000 cubic kilometers of water. 23,000 cubic kilometers? That's nearly 23 liters. Followed by 15 zeros, of course. That's nearly enough water to fill all of the Great Lakes combined. But Ben, I hear you ask, when are we going to talk about the lava? When are we going to burn stuff? Patience, young Padawan, patience. That will come in the future. And the future is now. Let's talk about lava lakes. Now, lava lakes sound like something you'd find on a lava planet, like in Star Wars. But they're far from sci-fi. Turn on the TV, and you'll find information about an eruption at Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa. I already forgot. I did actually forget. I was doing this for a bit. Mauna Loa, which is in Hawaii, and it has lava lakes within it. These lava lakes are a really good example of what would happen if our lakes in the rest of the world were filled with lava instead of water. They are extremely hot. You can't get within a good distance of them. Back in 1959, there was an eruption at a different spot on Hawaii, at Kulua Iki. 3 months after that eruption, 2 botanists went down there to start searching through and discovering what kind of plants were growing and what kind of plants would grow back after this lava had totally devastated the area. When you have a wildfire, it burns up all the plants and whatnot, but there's still seeds, there's still roots in the ground, it grows back. But with lava, it burns everything to the ground. But afterwards, if it's very ashy, it'll have really good soil. Like that scene in Incredibles. Volcanic soil is some of the most fertile on Earth. I think it is fertile on Earth. I'll play the clip. It'll be fine. So that grows back, and it's really healthy. Like here in Washington State, Mount St. Helens erupted. Now, in that place, there are beautiful lupin fields because, like I said, the volcanic soil is very luscious. But here in Hawaii, it was not so ashy, so they wanted to do more experiments to see what it would be like, what the plants would be like coming back. They found that algae grew very quickly, or more quickly, and that lichen was the second follower up there. Another thing about the soil is the longer ago the volcanic activity and the less activity since then, if it's been very, very dormant, you're going to have much richer soil. As a professor at the University of Washington, Darlene Zabowski says, on the oldest island, you have really deep red soil. You can go from one island to the next and see huge changes in the ecosystems as they get older and older. But when we talk about the plants growing back, it's really kind of a misnomer to say, oh, the algae grew back quickly. Because even after 9 years, they went back in 1969, after they first started doing it, there was still very little ground cover. If you just looked at it, it would look barren. It looked bland. All of this to say, if our waterways and our lakes were replaced by lava, our plant life would be so, so different. Or at least that's what I found in my findings. If lava flowed through our riverbeds the way that our water does, our coastlines would be barren, barren wastes. Unless, of course, it was very, very ashy. Then they would be beautiful and bountiful and so, so wonderful. Thank you and have a good night.